Money. No, okay.
Okay, so continuing from the story of meeting Carl and Tucker on the 10th of June, I talked about what that day was like and what all I experienced and some shots of the meetup and everything. But the second part that I wanted to share was, I won't do this, I'll use my left hand, but yeah. So the second part that I mentioned was heard. We had a conversation, like a few things that he shared before he wrapped up the meetup. All three things kind of resonated with me, and that's why I wanted to just talk and put out these videos. And obviously it resonated because I've been following him, and there's a reason I follow him and his art and why I resonate with his art. But yeah, first thing was delusion and the passion that you have to have for whatever you're doing, like whatever avenue that you choose for yourself. It can be any artistic avenue, any profession, or any sort of thing that you're chasing, that you want to be, that you're good at and you want to make a career out of it, or you want to make a living out of it, or you just want to do it for yourself. Anything that you're doing, you got to be crazy. And here's what he said about that.
To do this shit, like I was saying earlier, you gotta be delusional, you know? And if you let people ruin that delusion that you have in your brain, then it will ruin your ability to believe in yourself, right? Obviously, everyone knows you have to be consistent. Of course, you have to be consistent. You have to have luck. You have to be lucky once in a while. Something will pop up. Somebody sees your work here and there. But I think that delusion is the only thing that is within our control that people forget to focus on. Like wildly believing in yourself to the level that I'm gonna do that shit, bro. Whatever that thing that you have in your mind, I'm gonna do it. Because if you lose that delusion and you start hanging out with people, like friends who be like, you're doing this content shit now, or you're doing this outfit shit, or this photography shit, they're like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't do it. I wouldn't. There's no need. You can still keep hanging out with them, but there's no need to share your dreams with them, so they don't pollute your delusion. Hang on to that delusion as tightly as possible, because that will lead to, hopefully, even if you don't get to 100%, because you tried to get the 100, you got the 70. But if you only believe you can get the 70 because other people are poisoning your mind, maybe you only get the 40, and that's not your full potential. So
yeah, like if you heard the man, and if you're just like crazy enough to keep chasing that dream of yours and keep following and just do and keep like showing up, and like consistency is one part, as he said, but like just keep creating and like, you know, keep pushing yourself and have those people who kind of motivate you and push you beyond your limits when you're like, you know, when you need that push, and surrounding yourself with the right people and the community, it's, I think, very important, and I'm lucky to have that. And the whole story behind me starting this channel, I think only 3 people know about that, or maybe 4, but I've only shared the main purpose and the main idea of this page with them, and I will share it on this page once I achieve a factor or like a small percentage of that idea. If it comes into fruition, I will definitely share that, because that's a video I do really want to make. But yeah, this page has that purpose, and I'm trying to build this, have a community through this page where I share my story of, like, you know, daily things that I'm excited about, like this meetup and my shoots and my photographs and like everything around photography and life and travel and sort of those things. The second thing that he talked about was having, kind of trickles down from the first one, having that community with yourself. So here's what he had to say about that.
This shit that we're doing is, I think it's much more important now in the day of AI and all the technology that we're doing. Specifically, getting together and doing this thing. Like, there's probably a lot of you that are gonna meet each other. I think before you leave the gate, try and look to your left, look to your right, and get a few contacts, because collaborating is much more important than making by yourself. It's not possible to make shit by yourself. The only reason I'm, like, Tucker's work is more high energy, my work is more like, you know, stupid. But when you bring both together,
there's a balance.
There's like a nice, like, middle balance that creates something interesting that is more digestible for a wider palette. So collaboration is extremely important. Not only collaboration, but engaging with community. and engaging with
It's here to listen.
like people that you can collaborate with, you know? So I want to use this as an opportunity to challenge you to, before you leave here, link up with each other, right? Because you'll be able to bite and learn and copy and develop each other's processes, link up with each other. That is probably the most important thing that the gift that I can give you in this process is that having to be in the same space with like 100, look at all these people,
Yeah.
all doing the same shit that you're doing.
Yeah.
There's at least somebody here who can give you something of quality, you know? Just take that away.
Now, I got to meet a few of them, and I exchanged socials with a couple of them, because I am not a very outgoing person. Like, I feel the people who know me know this. I'm a very introverted guy, and this part right now is very tough for me. But I'm trying to be better at this, and even at meetups and all of that, that spot for me is out of my comfort zone. So I'm really trying to push myself and, you know, go to these things and meet new people and build my own community over here, because I think that really helps, because you see someone else's work, as he said, and you just get a crazy idea out of it, as I said in the first video, which is crazy that he also mentioned it. So yeah, like, it's always been a thing where you follow someone and you see their work, and then you're in the same area, you have an idea, you talk about it, and then you never know, it comes into fruition, and it gives you an output that is really something, like, you know, crazy, that you're both excited about and can put that art out there. So yeah, I met a few people, had a chance to listen to all the others, maybe not engage with them, but yeah, like, listen to all others, have like small conversations with them. But yeah, it was a very like out of comfort zone kind of thing for me, and I'm slowly trying to get better at it. So hopefully I connect with more people, build my own community, and like see where things go. And in the end, it's always about giving back, with me at least, and I try to do that in my day-to-day life, and I want to do that through this channel as well. So yes, that is point number 2. And for the last thing, point number 3 is about gear. And this is something I think most asked question in photography, videography kind of avenues by everyone. Like, does gear matter, or like what kind of gear people use, or like what's, like, you know, what's the gear that I am using or any photographer is using. So yeah, here's what he said about that.
I'm very, very conflicted about this, because I started from the day and age where only DSLRs. People only use DSLR. Back in the day, like 5D Mark IV. Yeah, like 5D Mark IV was the gold standard. If you have 5D Mark IV, you can shoot video, you can shoot photo, boom. But now there's, like, stepping out of our realm and going into like the YouTube realm, there's creators like Ryan Trahan, who everything they just use Lav and iPhone, bro. iPhone. And they're really successful, making money. It depends on what specifically you want to do. I got tired of taking photos until I picked up a film camera, and now I like taking photos again. So what I want to do is to take more photos, so I take my film
We
camera.
all saw that video. 250 photos we got, and then you shot it down.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I saw that
Meanwhile,
video.
if I go on another trip, it's like 2,000. So that's the reason why I use the film camera, because I know it makes me take more photos. If your goal is to vlog more, and you know you always have your iPhone in your pocket, then fuck it. You should be shooting with your iPhone. If your goal is to improve your cinematography skills, you can't use the iPhone.
Yeah.
So it's all really dependent on exactly what you want to do, and then you pick the right tool based on that. If you don't have access to the tools, honestly, the cell phones do an insane job. Like, really, really good job. Like the shit they got in Well of Death, that is, it's like you mount it everywhere you can do. Like, it's really, really cool. I'm starting this series that I started here in New Delhi called Run and Gun, where I only shoot it on iPhone, where I run around the city, and I have a film camera in my pocket. I take some 35 here and there, and it's interesting because I'm limited to only shooting with an iPhone. I can confidently say that for sure it's possible to make powerful shit with only an iPhone, but what's more important is focusing on what exactly you want to do with the tool, and like trying to, Jesus Christ, trying to dial that in. Hopefully that answers your question.
He said it very well, like, depends on the project or the art that you're chasing. Like, if it's a photo or something like that, you can start with just a phone. That's the best camera that you have. The best camera you have is the one in your hand. So just use that. It's just a tool. And I think when I started back in 2016, that's when I got into photography. Peter McKinnon, Casey Neistat, Carl came in 2020 for me. I found his page, and like all the other artists, like from India, I think Joseph Radhik, Aditya Venkatesh, Ganesh Varne, and all the others. There's a lot of people that I've followed and explored and saw their photographs and videos and everything. So a lot of inspiration out there, a lot of people you can follow and see who you resonate with. But yeah, as I said, the best camera is the one in your hand. I started with a Moto G4 Plus, and that's what I used during my undergrad. Then slowly, I think in second or third year, I started using my friend's Nikon. I don't remember the model exactly, but yeah, I asked him like, can I take that for just to learn how to use a DSLR and everything. And then that was 2019, 2020, and then I was using my friend's phone, the Poco F1, I think, because that camera was better than my Moto G4 Plus. So I started using his phone whenever we are together or we go on any trip. So I used that. Then COVID hit, but 2021 I bought the camera I'm using right now, 80D. It's a DSLR crop sensor, but it still does the job for me because I think I was just learning. I learned composition and everything through my phone, and then this came in and I started shooting more and more and explored how I can push this to the limit. It has gotten me good amount of gigs. People love the photos. I've earned through it, and slowly I'll probably move into full frame and mirrorless and that sort. You can always keep growing, but I think coming back to the main point is the best thing is that you have in hand. And obviously videography is different, so this camera cannot, it's good enough, I don't mind this, but I think there are way better cameras out there who are better at videography than 80D. And yeah, it depends on what you want to shoot, and if it's just photos, again, phones are very good these days, and cameras and systems, and you can go as expensive as you want for videos or as low as you want with phones and everything. It depends on whatever you're shooting, what the project is. Me and my friends, I think we discuss this a lot when they have gigs, or even when we're just chatting. You can always rent stuff, try things out, that you don't have to empty your pockets just to get the best gear. You can always pitch in a small amount, rent it out, see if you like it or don't like it, and then you can make a decision. But yeah, a lot of things that you can try. So yeah, those 3 things were great that he shared, being delusional and crazy about your dreams, collaborating and engaging with the community, and creating your own group of people that you can collaborate with and discuss about that, or just make something together. And third, the gear part, which I think was pretty spot on. So yeah, I think that's it for this video, and I'll continue this for the last part that is kept. I'll see you in the next one.
The delusion and the collaboration will hopefully lead to a situation where all of a sudden you guys are coming to New York and doing a meetup. I'm like, please, sir, hang out with me. Remember me from New Delhi? That's the vibe.